Good morning. I am elated to be here today as we celebrate the ribbon cutting for this amazing facility and the success of John Jay College of Criminal Justice expansion project. Let me just say one thing. I love this building. I'm tremendously proud to have been part of its development, and I'm so grateful to the many people who helped bring this breathtaking space to creation. A number of you are here this morning, and I know you're every bit as proud as I am. Today has been a long time in coming. This building has been hoped and planned for since the 1980s, when Harron Hall was converted from a public high school building into a core facility for John Jay College. That project was known as Phase 1. Phase 2, this expansion, was always the goal, but it was a massive, complex undertaking. With projects of this magnitude, it can take time to work through the proper channels, gather the necessary funding, and assemble the right team. In this case, it took us 15 years. But here we are, about to open the building to the community and to the John Jay community. The first of the 4 floors are now in use, and programs and offices have begun their transition from North Hall. After almost 2 decades, the building will be totally complete in 2012. Phase 2 is drawing to a close, and the moment could not be sweeter. I want to pay tribute to those who first got the ball rolling with this project, long before I arrived at CUNY. Immense thanks go to our legal group who helped us to acquire the site. Charlie Webb and his team at Weger & Webb, to Scott Page, the programmer for the building, to Bob Van Anken, our appraiser, and to Al Toscano, Chief of Real Estate at CUNY, and especially to Don Farley, who I know the Chancellor mentioned, my predecessor as Vice Chancellor, who got everything started with this initial deal. And Don, I just want to thank you again for all the work. I also want to thank the leaders of John Jay, who have been part of this project since its inception. President Jeremy Travis, Vice President Rob Pignatello, Project Coordinator Inez Lyon. Thank you for your excellent collaboration and stewardship of this project, and tremendous thanks to the dedicated John Jay facility staff and talented college faculty for their flexibility during this time of transition. This has been a long journey, and we've all had to be flexible and creative. I was fortunate enough to come on board this process at a point when some choices needed to be made to preserve the future of the school, and some design and construction elements were reconceived. I'm so happy with these results. We're standing here in 600,000 square feet of space for this new John Jay College. This space includes a 13-story tower, 56 smart classrooms with the latest technology, lecture halls of 3 different capacities, 3 floors of modern forensic science laboratories, emergency management and high-rise stimulation labs, a moot court, a child care center for our parent students, faculty offices, a black box theater, and 311 computer stations in a 100% wireless environment. The goal was to create a balance between faculty and student functions composed of student services, lounges, assembly spaces, classrooms, department offices, research and teaching labs, an entire campus vertically assembled into one city block. It sounds like a miracle, but we've done it. A full campus, complete with an outdoor quad. On top of the 5-story structure that connects the new building to Harron Hall is a landscaped outdoor plaza with grass and trees and outdoor cafes. This campus buildings around a green has previously been possible in Brooklyn and Queens, but not here at John Jay. Now it is. Even in an urban, landlocked institution, that kind of campus ideal can and does exist here. We called it the Plaza, but the students have nicknamed it the Jaywalk. They already feel like it belongs to them. So much credit goes to the extraordinary architectural team at Skidmore, Owens & Merrill. Marilyn Taylor, Frank Ruggieri, Lei Mi Chow, T.J. Goddison, managing partner, and Mustafa Abedin, design partner and lead architect. Thank you for your gorgeous, innovative design. Throughout this process, the team at SOM has been both visionary and practical. On the former site of the parking garage, they imagined a building that was aspirational but also beautifully functional. The Cascade, a prime example, is an ingenious solution to a physical challenge of the site, the way it rises from 11th Avenue on a steep slope. The designers conceived of a series of open stairways that would encourage both movement and congregation. The stairs guide students up the natural incline, giving them a pathway from Harron Hall to 11th Avenue, forming one integrated building, one integrated campus. The Cascade emphasizes both connectivity and community, because the stairways, with their landings and seating areas, also serve as a kind of interior common area. Students can travel through or just linger. There is now space for all of our students. From the Cascade to the 400-seat student cafeteria, to the cyber lounges, to the street-level cafe and gallery, there is light, bright, and open space. This is remarkable and crucial. Over the past decade, demand for criminal justice education has ballooned, and John Jay has seen a dramatic jump in enrollment, one that shows no sign of abating. We're seeing more full-time and traditional-age students, more students looking for a four-year college experience. This growing student body, representing nearly 100 different nationalities, deserves room to meet, to connect, to create, and to just exist. Previously, John Jay had the fewest square feet per student in the entire CUNY system. Students used to gather on the sidewalks. Now they have a veritable Chinese menu of options for places to just hang out. For the first time, they can feel real ownership of their school and sense of community. For their excellent work on the construction of this building, I want to thank Terry Carbow, project executive, Clarence Castro, project manager, and their terrific team at Turner Construction. They were thorough and resourceful, and their creative problem-solving and focus have been essential as we work to bring this complex project to completion. Thank you also to the Dormitory Authority, led by Paul Williams, and thanks especially to Mike Stabulus, Ramesh Rastaga, Amar Abdul Hassan, and Manuel Seca for their work. DASNY managed a huge network of individual contractors, a gargantuan task, and the fact that everyone worked together to achieve this integrated, stunning building is fantastic. And of course, I want to acknowledge my terrific staff at Facilities Planning and Construction, several of whom are here today, and several who predate me in their relationship to this project. Megan Moore-Wilk and Elizabeth Friedman, Garrett Garris, Dana Colbin, Anton Wolfschander, Howie Allshoulder, Bob Lemieux, Ali Vedavaz, and Jim Gleber. Watching this building take shape has been an inspirational experience for all of us. Many of the projects we work on happen in other boroughs, and we can only drop by and observe on a visiting basis or hear about the progress. But to have John Jay emerge right next door has been really special. Seeing the foundations laid and then the enclosures and peeking through the windows and seeing doors in the offices, every day there'd been a change before our eyes. So everyone here at CUNY, from the administrators to the receptionists to the people in contracts, people who do not usually get out to the field and see the work to which they contribute, everyone has felt a part of this project. The building will continue to be a source of pride and inspiration for all of us and for the community. People will see it and know that this is what CUNY can do. CUNY can create something iconic, a kind of sculpture of learning, something that stands out from the other glass boxes, a landmark for the next century, but one that is fully inhabitable and beautifully functional, a city within a city. This is a new day for John Jay and its students, and I'm thrilled to be here and be part of it. Congratulations, and thank you for everyone who made this project possible.
Thank you very much, Iris. Those are all exactly the right themes. I'm pleased as our next speaker to introduce trustee of the board of the City University of New York, who's the vice chair of the board, Phil Berry. To also to acknowledge that two other trustees are here, Wellington Chen and Rita DiMartino. Thank you very much for coming today. I met Phil first before he was even a trustee, I think, much less the vice chair of the board, when Phil came over to John Jay to help me think through some work we were doing on basically business preparedness issues, and I have vivid recollections of that first encounter. So he brings greetings to us from the CUNY board. Please welcome Trustee Berry.
So it's afternoon now. Isn't this not a wonderful afternoon, first of all? This is a great afternoon. We've been waiting a long time for this. And what's so important, one of the things I didn't know as I have walked by this building quite a bit, is that the acoustics in here are wonderful. Wasn't that from Artists United and also the fanfare for the common man? That was just great. So we have a number of other ideas for this. What's so important when you look at a building like this, when you look at the work that we have brought to bear, a number of us have labored on this project. And laboring is, when you're working on buildings like this, doesn't just occur with one body. There are a number of people who have already been cited who have been involved in this. And the fact is that that partnership is extremely important, because what it does is that it enables us to bring about not only this building, but the work that is going to be coming forth from it. And what's so important about the work is summed up by one student who toured me through the building, and she didn't know that I was vice chair of the board. So as we went through the building and I sat down in one of the chairs in the auditorium, and so I said, boy, this is really a comfortable seat here. And then she said, yes, it really provokes learning. Isn't that what this is all about? That it's not about the steel, it's not about the glass, but to Robin, and I don't know if she was even allowed in here, but she, in her mind, was the seed of what is important about all of this. So all of us who have labored, from the descendants of John Jay, who are here, and we're so thankful that you could be here with us, through Gerald Lynch, who is here, all the way to Jeremy Travis, and also all of the city officials who have worked with us, the Board of Trustees, the Construction Fund, all of the individuals who are on Iris's staff, who work on this project, the students who are involved with us. We owe all of them a round of thanks, the faculty who have been involved in this. So it's not just one person that has labored to bring this about. And what's more important is that we have great expectations of this building, and moreover, the work that will occur here, because we know that just as you can imagine what the building is like, we can begin to imagine new inventions, new discoveries, new occupations. Yes, Vice Chancellor Goldstein, new words that will come about, that will be invented here in this institution. When we talk about criminal justice and we talk about the composition of the student body, that is not a local student body, that is a global student body. And so therefore, this institution will bring about new discoveries for the world. That is not a small feat. And so all of us want to support that vision. All of us want to support that effort. All of us want to support the type of innovations that will come about as we begin to transform our thinking, just like we have transformed the spot that was here before. And so I say to each and every one of you, Carpe Diem, seize this day. Cherish this day. This day is ours to enjoy, but moreover, the best is yet to come. Thank you very much.